Is Samsung's reign dangerous? That's what we'll find out in this video. It's true that the Samsung brand is everywhere in our daily lives. Have you noticed? Take a look at your smartphone, your TV, your computer, or even your household appliances. There's no doubt that at least one of these products is branded Samsung. This is especially true in Korea, where the brand is ubiquitous. It's even present where you least expect it. Indeed, many brands have been acquired by Samsung. In fact, Samsung has some 50 subsidiaries. Their activities range from electronics to shipbuilding, real estate, armaments, theme parks, and much more. A group of this size certainly hides a lot of secrets. Are you ready to get to the bottom of one of the world's leading chaebols? First, let's take a look at Samsung's origin. Where did the brand we all know come from? The year is 1938. South Korean entrepreneur Lee Byung-chul founded a trading company called Samsung. Trading with local merchants and grocers, the company grew rapidly. The company soon diversified into a number of areas. Lee Byung-chul wanted to prove himself and exploit the business sector that would bring him the most profit. In 1947, Samsung Trading Corporation was born. The trading company is still active today. In 1969, Samsung entered the electronics business. Samsung Electric Industries was born. Samsung's ambition in the field was unrivaled. Ideas flow and products are created en masse. On paper, everything seems perfect. But is it really? How does Samsung represent a danger? In the end, Samsung's story is none other than that of a small South Korean family business. Over the years, its success has been phenomenal. Sales figures are colossal. Despite its success, the company has not forgotten its origins. The essence of a family-run business is still alive and well. However, the investments made make Samsung a company without limits. In the 1960s, it received a boost from the state. Particularly judicious policies were put in place. The aim was simple, to promote export industries. Industrial targets were set. Their execution was entrusted to carefully selected companies. This is how the chaebols came into being. These are simply gigantic South Korean conglomerates. Take LG or Hyundai, for example. The latter benefit from a large number of state-facilitated financing facilities. What's more, their domestic market is protected from foreign competition. A godsend for these groups in their quest for global glory. The success of this industrial policy marks a turning point in South Korea's history. In the early 1950s, at the end of the war, South Korea was a third world country. Within a few decades, it had become a global superpower. Samsung was the company to benefit most from this incredible development. In the 1980s, government support came to an end, but Samsung no longer needed it. As a world leader in electronics, the company decided to evolve on its own. Much faster than the others in all areas, its growth was meteoric. However, employees are forced to follow a very military discipline and are not necessarily well treated. They have to be totally dedicated to their work. No room for family life. Unfortunately, it's often the managers who take advantage of their employees who make the fortune. It's much easier to get rich off the backs of others than on your own. Nevertheless, there's no doubt that it's been very useful and very clever. The power of Samsung is proof of this. In 1982, it released its first computer, the SPC-1000. The company's main asset was to bring coveted products to market in an affordable price. The gamble on electronics paid off. This was the start of foreign exports. This made Samsung much harder to miss. However, the brand's image was not always up to scratch. In the 1990s, Samsung suffered a backlash. Indeed, the cell phones manufactured by the group tarnished its image. This led to a strategic shift. Kun-hee was the man behind these changes. He's none other than the son of Samsung's first founder, whom we mentioned earlier. Upon the death of his father, he took over the reins of the company and tried to turn things around. It wasn't all plain sailing, but Samsung has not said its last word. Under Lee Kun-hee, the company's resources are focused on innovative technologies. The strong growth potential of these products show that the strategy is moving in the right direction. The man has only one goal: to produce more innovative technologies and make potential buyers dream. So he's banking on innovation. Astronomical sums are devoted to research and development. In 2013, Samsung's efforts were rewarded. It was named the world's second most innovative company, just behind Volkswagen. What's more, the company's sales continue to grow. As a result, a cell phone industry is back on track. Like Apple and its iPhone, Samsung decided to produce its first smartphone in 2010. It's the iconic Samsung Galaxy S. Its commercial success was total, thanks in particular to the quality of its screen. Even today, the Galaxy range is a favorite of many buyers. It remains one of the leaders in the smartphone market, competing very closely with the iPhone. However, Samsung's disproportionate weight in the South Korean economy is a source of concern. The group's influence is everywhere. Politicians, administrations, and the media are all under its thumb. Certain revelations have caused scandals. Large-scale corruption seems to be commonplace within the famous group. Judges and prosecutors alike are allegedly paying the price. In a book that has caused quite a stir, a former Samsung lawyer, Byung-chul, goes on a rampage. Highly incriminating information is revealed, and the scandal erupts. Samsung's response is clear. In its view, the book is fiction. However, the South Korean media hardly mentioned the fallout from this publication. Controlled by Samsung, it would not have been beneficial for the company to broach such a delicate subject. But the downward spiral doesn't stop there. Even if the group now claims to be much more transparent, it should not be forgotten that Kun-hee was sentenced in April 2008 to 3 years imprisonment for tax fraud and breach of trust. He had allegedly tried to pass on a large part of his fortune to his son without going through the tax system. The Samsung Republic is the nickname given to South Korea. Such is the power of the group. There's a talk of a real stranglehold on society and opinion. The country literally bows down to Samsung. Nevertheless, the company is also synonymous with pride and admiration. Young graduates dream of nothing more than finding a job with the group. Admittedly, working conditions are tough, but the prestige of working for Samsung goes far beyond that. You could say it represents a dynamic Korea on the international stage. For decades, the country has been stuck in a policy of underdevelopment. The Koreans are therefore ready to turn a blind eye to Samsung's misdeeds in order to restore their image. What does the future hold for the company? These days, Samsung is particularly prolific in the smartphone market. The company continues to consolidate its reputation as a telephone giant. It's also a key player in the TV market, thanks to its capacity for innovation. With its vision of the future, Together for Tomorrow, Samsung is entering a new era marked by conviviality. The group is following with interest the evolution of consumers' lifestyles to enable them to achieve a more personalized experience. Innovations are focused on protecting the planet and people's well-being. The aim is to build a sustainable future by reducing the impact of products on the environment. Ecology is at the heart of Samsung's forecasts. Sustainable manufacturing? Every effort is made to achieve this. Recycled materials are used and carbon emissions are reduced throughout the production cycle, for example. A bright future for the global giant. The answer to the question, is Samsung's reign dangerous? When a country no longer thinks for itself, it's high time to ask a few questions. Despite the many benefits the group brings to South Korea, this stranglehold is misplaced. Whether mild or insistent, forms of dictatorship are always a danger. What's your opinion? Don't hesitate to give us your opinion by leaving us a comment below. We look forward to hearing from you. See you soon on aTech.